The Ijaw Youth Council has issued a stern warning to the Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, giving him a one-month ultimatum to address the alleged neglect of Ijaw areas in the state. The IYC accuses the governor's administration of deliberately neglecting the development of Ijaw communities, particularly in Burutu Local Government Area. The council spokesperson, Ambassador Binebai Yerin Princewill, expressed frustration over the lack of significant development projects in Ijaw areas, despite the community's substantial contribution to the state's economy and also politics. Princewill warned that if the governor fails to act within the stipulated time frame, the IYC will organize protests and pass a vote of no confidence in the administration. Some of the specific issues the IYC once addressed includes development of the Delta State Maritime Polytechnic. The Polytechnic, established in 2006, has seen no substantial development at its permanent site in the area. There's also the issue of political imbalance. The IYC is calling for the appointment of Ijaw representatives to key government positions, particularly in Wari North Local Government Area. There's also the issue of the establishment of a Directorate of Riverine Infrastructure Development. The IYC wants its Directorate to be officially recognized by the law to address the unique development needs of riverine areas. The IYC's ultimatum is a clear indication of the growing frustration among youths and communities over the perceived neglect and marginalization by the state government. Well, joining me this evening to speak on this is Bedford Barefa, is the spokesperson for the Ijaw Youth Council worldwide. He joins virtually from Bayelsa State. Thank you for your time, Bedford.
Thank you for having me. I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
All right. So, Bedford, what exactly is, what issues does your association, that's the Ijaw Youth Council, have with the governor of the state, His Excellency, Sheriff Oborevwori?
All right, thank you very much. Just to clear the air very importantly, politics is dynamic, and Delta State is not left out in politicking. The Ijaw extraction, the Ijaw ethnic nationality, which is balkanized, cut across several states, over 6 states across the nation, balkanized in every other state, happen to also harbor large number of Ijaw people in Delta states. And of course, political concerns, the political concerns of the Ijaw Youth Council is all-inclusiveness in the politics. Politics is dynamic, like I said. It is not only the Ijaw people that are, are residing in Delta state. However, the politics must be played. And the politics was played to the point where we have the number 3 man, which is in the person of the Speaker of the House of Assembly, State House of Assembly, is an Ijaw man. For me, of course, they have opposing views. We have different views as regards to our developmental needs. Are there developmental needs in the Ijaw extraction? Yes, there are developmental needs. Is our subsequent government, have they carried out certain things and there's a neglect in infrastructure? Is there any infrastructural deficits? Yes, there are. But like I will always say, politics is dynamic. We are playing the politics to say increase or let there be, substantive development in the riverine area. In the bid to pacify the Ijaw extraction, the Governor Sheriff, gave a directorate, Riverine Development Directorate. He did that being a member, part and parcel of the riverine community. He's a man that has grown in Wari. Wari also is an embodiment of water bodies. However, these needs are presented. We have Ijaw people that are in political positions. The politics is left for politicians to politic. Our Ijaw people that are in politics, what is their contribution to indeed spearhead and project our political concern, our development concern, is left for politicians.
Bedford,
the Ijaw Youth Council, yes, sir.
Bedford, I mean, for the sake of time, I would like you in bullet points to highlight what exactly your demands as an association are. What do you want the government to do for you?
All right, very, very in clear terms, I'm saying that that position is not totally the position of the Ijaw Youth Council. It's not the position of it's not the entirety of the Ijaw Youth Council. I'm saying that the Ijaw Youth Council is saying that there are developmental needs to be addressed, but we did not give ultimatum. We don't have such political powers to give ultimatum to a sitting governor. We are rather calling on our political class that are Ijaw people, calling on the speaker of the House of Assembly, who is an Ijaw man, calling on other strategic Ijaw people that are holding position to play the politics to attract development to Ijaw people. All we have to now say, kudos to the federal government, the Maritime University of Krankoko that has been lying fallow for, that has not gotten any parliamentary backing for over the years, has gotten parliamentary backing. And which is being cushioned, which is being helped by the Polytechnic, the Maritime Polytechnic in Burutu. We are saying that the Polytechnic in Burutu needs rapid attention of the government so that people that are going to that school can have facility, the permanent sites that is being allocated for the Polytechnic should also be functional. However, we are saying our politicians that are Ijaw people, that are from the Ijaw extraction, should play the politics and attract development to our people. Why we demand and solicit for the government to put action to words to ensure that the Ayakoma Bridge is in construction, to ensure that their developmental needs are being addressed. We are saying that we never gave our ultimatum to the governor. We are soliciting and we are calling on our political class to play the politics and attract development to our region. Kudos to the governor that has given us a Directorate of Riverine Development. We want to see that come to fruition. We want to see a law provision attached, giving that sector the boost to function effectively. We are calling on all our political class to play politics and bring development to the Riverine. That is our call.
You said two things that sort of stuck out like sore thumb. One thing you said is that you are not giving the government an ultimatum, and that you would want politicians of Ijaw extraction to attract development to the region. I'd like to stay with the first one, which of course you saying that you never issued an ultimatum to the governor. I mean, this of course was the position of Princewill, who also claims to be a member of the Ijaw Youth Council. So is the council factionalized?
Yes, I wouldn't say the matter is in court. I don't have powers to speak to that because the matter is sought redress in the court. We wait for the court to give interpretation to it. However, there is a modus operandi in the IYC. We community-based, of course, I'm from a community, and we demand development. Development is a demand, is a constant demand of any ethnic nationality. However, we did not issue an ultimatum. We projecting our developmental concern. We leave politics of politicians. IYC is not an element of politics. We only project our developmental concern. There are other issues that the environmental issue of the environmental degradation. There's an issue of the PIA that is waiting for implementation. That's our concern. Our call is pleading, soliciting. Well, the Oborevwori government did not initiate that project. However, the project, he has come to meet it. We are soliciting, pleading to his conscience, being a man of the creek, being a man that have stayed with us in Warri, that understand our developmental concern. We are pleading and soliciting, saying that Polytechnic needs rapid attention. There's a permanent site that is allocated for it. We are calling on him to put words to action. He has gotten accolades to the point where media organization has given him the man of the year. However, governor of the year. However, we are saying that this governor of the year is a call to action. Put words to action and give us development. Ensure that development that is cutting across Delta State reaches, our dear communities. The Ayakoma Bridge that has been re-awarded, that has been invoked, and is now in the 2025 budget, we want to see it come to bear. We want to see action, words to action. We are soliciting. Of course, he will come asking for our votes. We will ask questions. What have you done? We plead to his conscience. And while pleading to his conscience, we call on our politicians, those that are at the ends of affairs, that are politicians of the Ijaw extraction, should put up a thinking cap and play politics right. Politics of development, that is what we are talking about.
All right, Bedford. I mean, we'll come to the aspect of politicians of Ijaw extraction to having a key pivotal role to play in all of this. But first, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we'll definitely dwell on this issue more. Stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television, and we're looking at matters arising as regards some demands by the Ijaw Youth Council. I still have the council spokesperson with me, Bedford Berefa. He joins virtually. Thank you for staying with me. Now, Bedford, before we went on that break, you were trying to, of course, you said emphatically that aside the state governor, that's Governor Sheriff of Oborevwori, you know, appealing or acting on your demands, you want politicians of Ijaw extraction to also attract development, you know, to the area. I would like you to, if at all, be specific to maybe some of these politicians that you might have in mind as an association, and if there are particular projects you like them to take on, given their capacity in politics. This might just be an opportunity to beacon on them and call them to service.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. You know, development is holistic. Development is holistic. And politics is an integral part of development. And in politics, there are representatives. The Speaker of the House of Assembly, Delta State House of Assembly, is an Ijaw man. Zokumo is an Ijaw man. Every 2025 budget, any budgetary provisions comes to his table. He has to have legislative, you know, he has the legislative power to either pass the bill or also, you know, have his concerns, addressed in the appropriation bill, as it were. We also have commissioners. The commissioner, you know, for land and housing is an Ijaw man. We have commissioners here and there. Even we have SSA security in place of Frank Akeba and some other persons that are saddled with political powers. And we have opposition parties, you know, that are Ijaw people that are playing opposition politics. We are saying that in other climes, other ethnic nationalities, they play the politics to bring development to their people. Development, education is one key part of development. As I'm talking to you, the Maritime University in Okrenkoko is dominated by outsiders. We have few Ijaw people that are students there. It's a concern, it's a developmental concern. We cannot keep agitating when we are lacking behind education and where we are lacking behind technocrat professionals to occupy those positions. When we are agitating and employ our people getting the certification to be employed, we have the parameters. We are saying that is the call for our politicians to put actions to ensure that education is a priority. Beyond infrastructural development, beyond human development, develop a man's mind, you develop a nation. We are calling on all Ijaw politicians to stop pepper souping and big stouting. This is the time to put words to action. This is the time to build a formidable nation. Ijaw nation is a nation that is intelligent. Ijaw nation is a nation that is ready to, that is equipped with everything to make a society, to make living worthwhile. We are saying that our political ranking from the National House of Assembly to the State House of Assembly, we have the Speaker in the State House of Assembly, we have commissioners, we have SA, we have SSAs, we have people, the executive secretary to the governor is an Ijaw woman. We have all of these strategic people position. We are saying that they should now start playing the politics of patriotism to the Ijaw people.
All right. I mean, you made a point here that for viewers at home, I know they might find it a bit hilarious. You said it's time for them to stop pepper souping and big stouting and play the politics of service. That, of course, will take me to my next line of conversations with you. where the president did announce that oil exploration and operations will resume in Ogoniland, and also announced the establishment of a higher institution of learning there. As a council, what do you make of this development? And of course, by Mr. President.
Sorry, come again. I didn't get the question, please.
Okay, so the president of the nation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, made a recent announcement that oil operations will resume in Ogoniland. And he also talked about the establishment of a higher institution of learning there. As a council, are you comfortable with this? Do you have reservations? All right, Mr. Bedford, can you hear me?
Because there's no commensurate development, and they shut down every oil explorational activities. The president, kudos to him, is playing the politics to address the needs of the cleanup. There should be that cleanup, the environmental impact assessment. The assessment is being done. IPREP should conclusively do the cleanup, and by extension, extend the cleanup to the entire Niger Delta. The entire Niger Delta is polluted, so it's not enough to make say that there be resumption of oil and gas activities. The oil and gas activities that is going on in the Niger Delta, particularly in the Ijaw areas. Just recently in Bukuma, there was a gas explosion. I believe a news center also carried that story. And as I'm talking to you, the fire is still burning. It's not completely put out. Acres of land have been destroyed. So the flora and fauna need cleanup needs of the Niger Delta must be attended to first, before you are saying that let there be oil exploration activities ongoing. The Ijaw Youth Council, we are watching and we are consulting, we are still consulting. We are saying the cleanup should be extended to the entire Niger Delta. We cannot be suffering. Our people are dying every of cardiovascular diseases. They are dying of our children. Pediatricians are dying, stunts growth, and every other negative impact of the oil and gas exploration in the Niger Delta is evident. So until that cleanup is done extensively in the Niger Delta, there is no need to pacify anything. Our environment is polluted. We need that cleanup to be done before any other thing, before the statement by the president will be taken seriously. For now, we all see it. For one, my personal opinion, I see it as politics saying, okay, we want to increase the oil production. That is why that is being done. But the first thing to be done first is the entire cleanup of Ogoniland, by extension the entire Niger Delta. The Ijaw area should be cleaned up, and obsolete equipment should be replaced. The equipment that are crisscrossing the pipeline that are crisscrossing the Niger Delta creeks are obsolete. Most of them are obsolete, and explosion and is no longer vandalism. Pantita is doing their bit, and every other security apparatus, they are doing their bit to secure and ensure that vandalism are reduced to the barest minimum. Why are still equipment failures happening? Why are still oil spill happening? Because just recently, there's another spill that has taken place at the Eleme. Why is that with all of these security apparatus that has reduced vandalism? Why is there still oil spill? It's because equipment are obsolete. So the president, if he's really ready, willing, to address the need of the Niger Delta, the first thing that must be done is the entire cleanup of the Niger Delta. It should be done conclusively by IPREP. The findings are there. The researchers have done their researches, and it should implement the cleanup of the entire Niger Delta first and foremost. Then we can now talk about resuming exploration in other sectors and putting an institution that can address to the petroleum, oil and gas need, educational need, Niger Delta.
All right. Let's of course take this conversation a bit to the other end. Now, you've talked of course, on the part of the government, what your demands are. But I'd also like you to address some speculation as regards the perception some individuals might have concerning youths of that region. For some individuals, I mean, you are here, you're talking about empowering the youth, creating jobs, job opportunities, education, empowerment projects and all of that. But some will tell you that this is not the first time such initiatives have even been launched. But unfortunately, the perception for some is that youths of that region would rather engage in maybe bunkering, for instance, where they can have easy money, right? Even though it's risky, but they know the money is good. So they would shun education and say, you know what, they have people who are into this oil bunkering business. They are living comfortably, they are living large. Why should I go to school? Why should I start from the bottom of the barrel when I can easily make money by just, learning this, if it's a craft, I'll use the word. So what is your response to those kind of persons who feel that the average mindset of many of these young people from this region just want to get into, activities like oil bunkering?
All right, thank you very, very much. We have said time and time number. When a people is neglected, when legality is not upheld, when the agitation of the people are not addressed legally, violence and illegal means becomes legal. Now you see that the people are neglected, they are agitated, and peanuts, they just give us engagement plan, because of course in the amnesty there should be there's no tangible, there's nowhere to engage these people, to now say be engaged in so and so. It's not there. They are just being playing on the carrots stick what they are playing with us. Playing the Niger, there is a need for value orientation. The effect of the pollution is even bastardizing our minds. So there is urgent need to rearrange, to reorient these persons. And we have cried time without.
Bedford, if you can hear me, we of course are having a bit of connectivity issues with you. We might just need to go on a quick break. When we return, we will definitely pick up this conversation. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is still Politics HQ on New Central Television. I still have Bedford Berefa as a spokesperson for the Ijaw Youth Council worldwide. He joins virtually from Bayelsa State. Bedford, we lost you when you were trying to respond to the question I asked as regards some perception that youths from, many of the youths from the Niger Delta region would rather engage in oil bunkering than, maybe some of these empowerment projects, and you were trying to react to this. I'd like you to pick up from there.
Right, thank you very much. I said first and foremost, that's a misrepresentation, misinterpretation of who we are as Niger Delta people. Niger Delta people, particularly the Ijaw people, we are resilient and we are ready to work at every point in time. Like I'm saying that the empowerment program or the educational programs, particularly the amnesty and other intervention programs that have come to the Niger Delta region for people to participate, there is no reintegration plan. The implementation of the reintegration is not there. After training somebody in a particular area, there is no engagement. There is no engagement to engage such person. What will now do? The person want to go back. And there is a huge misconception. The former vice president of this country, Yemi Osibanjo, transferred the entire Niger Delta region. He was wowed by what he saw and the creativity and innovation. It takes creativity and innovation to do bunkering, to now do fuel and do diesel and do all of that locally without any formal education. The average Niger Delta could have done that. Now that it's illegal, there is a possibility to make illegality legal by industrializing the Niger Delta. Solution is not to give us carrots, it's to increase the region, industrialize the region. The issue of modular refinery, you decentralize the issue of modular refinery, it's expensive, and take these creative minds and give them opportunity to make competition healthy in the oil and gas sector. Modular refinery, we have been clamoring for modular refinery to reduce that level of crime to its barest minimum. In the federal government has said no. In giving modular refinery a chance as a means, to increase the economic value of the Niger Delta and by extension Nigerian state. No, that should not be done. Rather, you are now criminalizing a creative mind. In other times,
so basically, what you are saying is that instead of casting these individuals away, why not find a way to formally integrate them into the system?
Integrate them into the system. That is what a system that want to work will do. Yemi Osinbajo went around the Niger Delta and gave recommendation of modular refineries because of what he saw with his physical eyes. If that is done, number one, the Niger Delta is industrialized. So therefore, there is a transition. The transitional plan will now be smoother and easier. Transitional plan will now be smoother and easier.
All right.
The issue of pollution will reduce drastically.
All right.
So rather than engaging these people meaningfully, you criminalize them, and there's no other alternative. There's no alternative. You can give it to us. The Niger Delta region in the last 1 decade has arguably been the most peaceful region in the entire Nigerian states. In the north, we know what is happening. In the west, we know what is happening. But you hardly hear some of those issues of kidnapping and all of that again in the last 1 decade in the Niger Delta.
All right.
Yes, we have pocket of them. But you see that there is need to engage these persons. A government that wants a system to work knows what to do. There are recommendations. They should follow those recommendations and industrialize the Niger Delta and see if the Niger Delta will not sustain this country further.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the program. Bedford Berefa, a spokesperson for the Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide. It's been a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm grateful.
All right.
Thank you.